Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to take another look at a kit from Orange Cat Industries. This is the ExCreR GustClaw. So we've taken a look at a previous version of the ExCreR before, and there's a number of designs out there. This one obviously is in red, has some different weapons loadout, and it's a really awesome kit. If you kind of like the SD proportions, but you wanted something a little bit less cartoony and more like a really awesome, like super mech video game kind of style mecha suit, this is really awesome, and it's a really fun kit. So let's go ahead and check it out in today's review. Alright guys, so we'll start off taking a look around the box and then we'll get to the contents on the inside. We got some very cool artwork here on the front featuring our new red version of the ExCreR here, the GustClaw. Really awesome design there with the multiple reds and the clear yellow parts and that big massive cannon that it's got. That's going to be really fun. We can see down here this is the second kit in the Super Robot Heroes line here. On the ends of the box, got basically the same thing. If we go here onto the bottom of the box, we got a photograph of what the actual kit is going to look like. That yellow, not quite as pronounced as how it looks in the artwork, with it being clear yellow against red. It's going to be a little bit lost there, unfortunately, but you can fix that with some painting. But there's how it looks with its weapons, and it does look very cool. Or here again, just showing exactly how it's going to look, just built up without being painted. So straight out of the box, that's how it's going to look. There's a little preview of that and the runners and everything. And on the top of the box, we have some information here about it in Japanese, and then just some artwork. So some nice illustration front and back, how the design looks. Kind of interesting way that this box opens up out like that. It's not the norm that we usually see here, but as we get down to the bottom there, you can find our instruction manual, which it looks like is going to be pretty plain on the outside, and that's about it. Here on the inside, it looks like it's all going to be black and white except for the last page there. We got a color photo of the kit front and back, and that's basically for our painting colors there. It gives you that information. It does fold out, so I guess we have some more information here. Once again, things just basically the same stuff that's on the outside of the box mostly. Some more information here about the weapons though. So that's pretty cool. Another photograph of the painted kit there. Otherwise, the menu here is going to start off with the parts list, and you can see all those grayed out areas where you're going to omit parts that are not used for this kit, probably ones that are left over from the original version. But the rest of this is just going to go through the construction, all pretty normal, and then to the weapons there at the end. And let's go ahead and take a look at the runners. So starting off, we've got our clear base, which will certainly come in handy. Runner A here, a large runner of some very nice red armor pieces. Runner B also in red, we've got two of these. Runner C is going to be some of our gray pieces, which is going to be the joints and hand parts, weapons parts, and all that. It's going to continue on to runner D1 here, as well as runner D2, which we've got two of. Then we've got runners E1 and E2. We've got two of the E2 runner as well, and these are in the darker red color. Runner F1 is going to be some of our clear yellow parts here for the kit. Then from here, I believe these are going to be all of the new runners for the kit here, starting off with runner G1, which is some more pieces here in gray, and also runner G2. We've got two of these for some more new gray pieces. Runner H1, we've got two of for some new red pieces for the kit. Runner H2 and H3 are going to be in the darker red color there. And then runner I1 and I2 are going to be some new clear yellow pieces for the kit. Alright guys, so here is the kit all built up, and this being my second experience building this kit, I gotta say I really enjoyed it once again. I'm definitely looking forward to building some of the other variants some more in the future. One thing that I like about these is that even though they share that SD style proportions, they definitely feel more like building kind of a normal size model, if that makes sense. They definitely don't have that same kind of cutesy aspect that you get with a lot of SD models. But that said, while the color separation on this is a lot nicer than most of like Bandai SD models, you do still have some of the limitations, especially with like the articulation of the model. So let's go ahead and take a look at some of that. Starting off here in the head, you can only move it really down to there, up to there, and it's just because it's going to be kind of running into stuff there at the backpack. So there's just kind of a lot packed into this very small space. So there's not a lot of room for the head to move around. Even side to side, it's going to be tough to get that off to the side a little bit, not too much movement there. Here in the midsection, you basically just got some rotation, and that's going to be about the extent of that. Shoulders are going to be basically there on ball joints, so you can move those a little bit forward and back, up and down. Again, you got to watch out for these spikes there. The arm is just plugged up into the shoulder armor just with this simple ball joint here, so as far as like outward or upward movement of the arm, it's going to be really limited to about there. That's going to be about it, so that's definitely a weak point. Here at the elbow, you're going to have just under 90 degrees, and then the hand is just on a ball joint there. Going around to the backpack, each main section here on the side can be moved up and down. This wing folds out and you can rotate that. Then down here on the waist section, these front skirt parts will move a little bit. these big massive side skirt parts, which really remind me a lot of like the Aegis Gundam from Gundam Seed, just in their size and shape, and then of course color too, but those will move around side to side. The hip joints are just a simple ball and socket there, so you can not bring that out very far out to the side. Up to the front a little bit, back a little bit. You've got a little bit of a knee bend there, but you've got so little thigh to speak of, it's going to be kind of hard to tell the knee is bent at all, really. And then the feet are just basically non-existent, but you do have this little fin here in the back, and you can fold that down for if you didn't want to have this on the stand and just have it standing, you can kind of use that as, I guess, maybe a thing to assist you to get it to stand on the flat ground, but you're probably just going to want to keep it on your included stand here. But before we move on to the other accessories we have included in here, I'll just reiterate that the color separation is so nice on this. I do really like how you have all the different grays poking out between the different colors of red, and then the clear yellow pieces look so nice on this. It does have some seam lines here and there, especially you've made notice right there, like on the back of the head for one notable example, but like here on these backpack parts. So you've got a number of seam lines on there that do seem pretty minimal, though for the most part you have a lot of great detail on here, just a few just kind of smaller seam lines on some of the basic parts here and there. For its main weapons, you have this long rifle, which is really cool. So this is just held in the hand there, and this part kind of straps around the forearm. This handle can also be slid forward a little bit, so this whole section slides forward like that. You can also remove this end and just have that be just kind of like a short barrel, kind of looking SMG kind of thing, which is pretty cool. If you want to keep that in, the effect part again looks really nice on there, so I guess this could be used as a blade weapon as well. And then we have its shield, and you have options for this, whether you want to have this handheld, you can use that part, or if you want to have this attached onto the arm, you can use this alternate part. I don't think you could really necessarily maybe do both, but you can use either or of those for this. And again, the combination of the red part, I do wish that we had like a gray part for that line right there, that detail in the center, that would have been cool, but otherwise the red and a clear yellow looks really nice. Now those are the main accessories, but you do have leftover accessories from other versions of the kit. The original version of the kit, I believe this is all the parts to make the original rifle. I think it's missing a clear part that goes inside of there if I remember correctly, so that's missing, but otherwise you have all the parts for that rifle, all the parts for that shield as well, with the clear part for that, so you'll just need to use the connection piece there for the shield, and the optional part here for this, if you didn't want to have that kind of chainsaw effect, you can just use the blade effect, so you've got that. And then you've also got its two different versions of what are essentially kind of beam sabers. Now the handles are molded together with the clear effect part, so you might want to mask and paint those, but you basically got like a more kind of Star Wars style one, and then just kind of your standard kind of Gundam style beam saber effect there. So you've got some cool options and just your leftover parts as well. Size wise, here it is compared with a 1/44 scale Gundam kit, but it's going to be basically about the same as your standard SD style Gundam kit. If you've ever built any of those, this, next to those should look about the same size. But otherwise, guys, that's going to be just about it here for the ExCreR GustClaw. I really like this kit. Like I said, it definitely is limited by its articulation, but I don't feel like you're necessarily going to be buying any SD style kits for their like fantastic articulation outside of maybe like the SD cross silhouette line, which was very nice for that aspect. But as far as this goes, don't expect too much out of the articulation, but what you have instead is just a really super cool design, great details, very sharp details, very nice color separation, the clear parts look really good, the weapon designs are cool, and overall it's just a really awesome looking kit. It just can't really necessarily do all that much in the way of posing, but other than that, I think it's a really awesome kit. I can highly recommend you guys check out one of these. There's multiple different versions. As far as I know, they're all kind of based around the same base design. They just kind of have like different colors, obviously, and then different kind of weapon loadouts and different details here and there. So maybe look around and see what options are either available, because some of them might be kind of hard to find now at this point, but you can also just see which version might be most appealing to you. But like I said, even though I've built two of them, I'm definitely looking forward to building some more in the future, because I do really like these kits. So let me know your guys' thoughts down in the comment section below. And of course, if you guys are wanting to check out some of these, the link to USA Gundam Store will be down in the video description below. You guys can check out the variety of different Orange Cat Industry model kits we have there, and everything else, mecha model related. So check the link down in the video description. And as always, guys, thank you so much for checking out the video today. If you'd like to also like the video or subscribe, that would be greatly appreciated. But until next time, hope you all are having a great day, and I'll see you guys later. Bye bye.